Hi, Professor O. I just wanted to apologize that my video is late. My daughter has been doing e-learning, so when I went to record my video, um, she had the battery all the way depleted. And then on top of that, I went to charge it and she didn't put it, she went to charge it and she didn't put the battery all the way in. It's an old laptop, so um, I just want to talk about the client that I chose. His name is Juan, and he is working on irregular verbs, irregular past tense verbs. So his goal is Juan will increase his knowledge and use of irregular past tense verbs and irregular plurals by using them in a sentence during structured conversation. The three goals that I put for him with this activity are written language, social language, and reading comprehension, because sometimes he has some reading comprehension issues. He doesn't really understand what is being asked of him. So, written language goal, Juan will use irregular past tense verbs and plural nouns in a sentence independently without visual cues or verbal prompts. So the activity I chose again is just with this irregular verb worksheet. And then it has stuff like my friend blank, my favorite toy, and in parentheses it says break. So I want him obviously to say my friend broke my favorite toy. Um, So the activity is using the irregular verb worksheet, Juan will identify the irregular verb for the word that is provided to complete the sentence. So again, I want him to see break and alter it to the sentence correctly and say broke. And to data collect, I will score him on the accuracy of the irregular verb he um, comes up with that's correct out of 10. The second goal is the reading comprehension. Juan will identify regular past tense verbs and plural nouns when given the present tense verb, given visual cues and verbal prompts, 80% accuracy. So, again, with that worksheet, Juan will identify the irregular verb he needs to accurately identify when reading the given sentence. As I stated earlier, he sometimes has issues understanding what is being asked of him, and I think partly is because he just isn't interested in what we're doing. He's very, like, he struggles to even walk to the session. He struggles to just, he doesn't want to be there. And speech is a nuisance to him, so. To collect data on this activity, Juan will be scored by the accuracy of the sentence he reads accurately. So the last activity is social language goal. Juan will use irregular past tense verbs and plural nouns during conversation independently during structured conversation without reminders. So with this activity, I will ask Juan to use the words that he comes up with. Well, I could do two things. So I could ask him to come up with his own sentence with the word broke or break, or I can have him just tell me a story. And that's something that we've done before where I asked him, he had a science experiment due like the next day. So I asked him, well, you've obviously been working on it, so tell me what are the steps that you took to complete your assignment. And he kind of went through the whole steps and what he needed to buy, what he still needed to do. So I scored him based off of him telling me the correct irregular verb accurately. And sometimes he didn't get it right, and we had to go back and talk about that. So, the activity is using the irregular verb worksheet. Juan will be scored by the accuracy of which he uses the irregular words when given a topic to talk with the clinician about. So the topic I chose, what are the steps you had to complete to conduct your latest science experiment? And again, to collect data, Juan will be scored by the amount of irregular verbs he uses accurately in the conversation we have given the topic. So those are my 3 activities with this one worksheet. I don't have the worksheet in front of me, but I mean, I have it here. I don't have it printed out. And it says, my friend blank, my favorite toy. I want him to use break, or the irregular past tense, which is broke. I blank off the swing. I fell off the swing, and it provides the word fall. We blank like we were cheated. In the parentheses, the word in the parentheses is feel. So we felt like we were cheated. The team fight hard to win the game. No, the team fought hard to win the game. I forget about doing my homework, which some you could say, but in this instance, I want him to say, I forgot about doing my homework. We lost the championship game. I want him to say we lost the championship game. I sleep in my bed, which he could use, but I want him to say the past tense, which is I slept in my bed. The irregular past tense, my apologies. She speak aloud during her presentation. She spoke aloud during her presentation. I wear a school uniform to school. I want him to say, I wore a school uniform to school. She write me a letter. No, she wrote me a letter. So that's my activity for flexible use materials in therapy number 3. Have a good day.